Hello, I'm David with Barely a Farm. Oh, it's gardening season. You know what makes garden season easy? A 68-inch tiller powered by said Bobcat. Now, I wasn't going to do a garden this year with the divorce and everything else that's going on. I've just got a lot going on. Well, I've had some inspiration from, we'll just say, somebody I've been talking to. So I think, oh, there's flowers coming up over here. Wonder what those flowers are. Anyways, I've been doing some talking and got some inspiration. So I've started over here. This is the dog burial ground. A lot of good pups buried right here. There was a bunch of trash here left over from a shed that was here and some other stuff. Well, I had the tiller, wanted to go ahead and break it up. I'll bring a drag over here and drag all this level. Actually reseed it. A lot of roots, but it should all drag out okay. Well, I've got the Bobcat over here. I got to move some stuff. I'm going to bring that chicken broiler and put it up here. Get away from there, Sammy. As I step over here and fall in. I haven't decided if I'm going to fill this well in. I think it becomes pretty dry in the summer. We'll have to investigate that. And you know, I will say I am not an operator in reverse. But first time using the tiller. Wonder how deep it tilled. It's 6 inches deep, give or take. I wonder if I should actually bring a drag out here and drag out some of these humps, or if they will level out the next time. It's Friday night right now, Mother's Day weekend, and we've got a spectacular day tomorrow, and I think a good day on Saturday. So I wanted to go ahead and, you know, break a little bit of ground today. I'm extending the garden from like this point on. Go ahead and at least get a good chop on it. It'll dry. It'll dry, you know, tonight, this afternoon, and then sun will hit in the morning. Go ahead and dry it out, and I'll retill it again. I've got the tiller until Monday. But with that Bobcat being over here, I've got some totes and stuff over here I'm going to move so I can get the rest of this junk cleaned up. I mean, it looks absolutely horrible here. Horrible. So I want to get all this stuff out of here this weekend. That's the plan. I had talked about doing big driveways and stuff and a big loop, and I'm not going to do that for financial reasons. What I'm going to do, I will bring a load of gravel in here. I'm going to gravel this area and just park the trailers right here against the shop. I think I talked about it over on TRD Solutions, my other page, about the recycling. Scrap's down to an all-time low right now, so I'm going to start saving it. I've switched over and I'm going to use a bunch of these totes, especially for my non-ferrous stuff. This compressor right here, yeah, that's a compressor. It's a big boy, but nonetheless, I want to get that loaded up on this trailer while I got the Bobcat over here, get it out of the way. But all in all, that thing is slicker than snot. The Cub, I don't know if I've mentioned it, it is not doing well, overheating. Had some overheating issues with it last year. I think I actually just noticed that tiller is offset to one side to clear the tracks. Good idea, tiller manufacturer people. But the Cub, it's not doing good. It's got some overheating issues. I noticed it because there's a plug down by the steering gear that was leaking oil, which is actually grease, so it's getting hot enough to liquefy that. But so I'm not going to use it this year. My siblings have graciously let me borrow their mower the three of them went in together for their properties for me to keep this mowed this year until I decide what I want to do with the cub. I don't know. I may try to restore it this winter. I haven't figured out. I did a quick gander on some parts, radiator, and a couple things like that, and that's all fairly available. So that may be a winter project. It's hard to tell this early in the game. But like I say, I've got the junk is piling up out here, and I have got to get rid of it. It's just irritating the snot out of me. You know, it's pretty, this chunk of dirt out here, and I'm ruining it. From the back porch, I'll get all these totes moved today. Get the rest of that all cleaned up. But the garden's pretty good size. You know, it's 200 foot by 30 feet, maybe 200 by 40. I don't know. But like I say, that's all I wanted, just to give you a little upgrade, I cannot talk today. A little update that I will indeed be doing a garden again. You know, I've had one pretty much every year for like 25 years. And I think I want to keep it that way. I had some loofah troubles last year, but I'm really going to try to get the loofah up and going. Definitely need to space that stuff more. That took over the whole garden last year. Devastatingly awesome. But anyways, you know, just a little Barely a Farm update. As usual, you guys be good and be safe, and we'll see you next time.